Stefano Ferenc Francisco Hento to come here, but it is possible. Sports, the great Ahmed, after whom underlined in the early years of independence by the superiority and dominance. Black Stars are an integral part of the legend of Ghana. Nothing matches the deep sense of disappointment that accompanies.
Of the land here in Kumasi before you depart to Ivory Coast of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo Addo.
Of the 8th Parliament of the 4th. So at this juncture, I will hand over the microphone. Let's acknowledge Honorable Seth Ejay Authority, a former member of Parliament, Charity, thank you for coming, and then Akosia Mansan Kluche. Regional distribution is also here with us. Thank you very much for coming. This Executive Adjoa, are you there? Please give us a wave. Is ably represented here in this auditorium by a strong team, and this is the Tourism Authority. Ladies and gentlemen, let's also say, and then Mr. Akufo Addo, the Ghana Football Association, has put a team together to manage the Black Stars for the Cup of Nations that kicks off.
Angola take to the pitch in Kumasi, the pair.
The highlights of the game, here the first goal.
Now Afinajan. The date between the Black Stars of Ghana and their country. Our proud colors. If possible, when we stand so, the road ahead of us to use football to revive.
Thank you very much, His Excellency, the President of the Republic, presenting the flag of Ghana to the captain and the President of the Ghana Football Association. So we will
welcome all of you to this all-important evening. Tonight, we stand together, united in spirit and in ambition. Tonight, we bid our senior national team, the Black Stars, farewell as they compete at the 2023 African Cup of Nations in the Ivory Coast. Tonight, we are gathered here not just as fans, players and officials, but as a family bound by our love for football and our love for our dear country, Ghana. It is my privilege as President of the Ghana Football Association to indeed welcome all of you to this special evening, where our Black Stars will be saying bye-bye to all of us in their attempt to bring that target of envy to our motherland. It is exciting for me to be here on behalf of the Black Stars to welcome our President, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo Addo, the presence of the #1 gentleman of the land here in Kumasi before you depart to Ivory Coast for AFCON shows the importance His Excellency the President of the Republic attaches to your participation in the AFCON once again. If you have seen the President here today to bid a farewell to you before you embark on the journey to embark on this national assignment, it shows the significance of the African Cup of Nations to the entire nation. We are all aware of how the African Cup has been elusive to Ghana and how for 42 years we have been battling to win the tournament
without success. We have been close within this period, losing 3 finals, twice on penalties, as well as bowing out in the semi-finals on many occasions. Each time that we have bowed out in AFCON, whether in the finals or any other stage, we have always returned with renewed hope to end the long AFCON trophy drought.
Your Excellency, thank you for organising this farewell dinner. We thank you for your continued support. It is not something we take for granted. We also remember, if I look at the squad of players that we have and the technical staff, most were involved, of course, in the World Cup, and we remember your visit to Qatar. And again, this is something that we don't take for granted, particularly with your busy workload and the heavy workload you have representing our country. During this period of time, I've tried to emulate as much as we can what AFCON means. I would like to think that every single player will give everything that he has in every moment that he can during this competition. And that's from this camp. The spirit in this camp, I would have to say, has been very good. I think as always, there's always been some injury issues, slight injury issues that we have to work around, but this is normal. This is normal in camp, and when we come through them, and we will be stronger. We will make sure, from a technical staff point of view, that we would have prepared the players the very, very best way that we can, going into this competition, and of course going into our first game against Cape Verde. And I'm quite sure that none of the players will leave anything behind.
On behalf of the entire team, we would like to say a big thank you to Your Excellency for being here today. For us, this is a big sign for the meaning of this tournament for the nation. Being through a lot of tournaments, is not every time that we've had the luxury to meet His Excellency. So on behalf of the team, we would like to say a big thank you from all your busy schedule being here today. It's a big honor for us and a big motivation for what's to come. On another note, we would like to thank everyone that has been supporting the team, everyone that has followed us from the start of this campaign to the end of it. Now we are getting to the main tournament. I want to thank the coaches, the physios, video analysts, everyone that's been supporting us from the start to now, because it's really now that the job is going to start. We had a very good campaign. We led the group. Now we know that the hardest is to come, and with some of us being here, some of the boys, my vice, Jordan, Ofori, we know that this tournament is even harder than the World Cup. We know that it's the hardest tournament for me in the world when it comes to fighting, determination, energy. So the only way we can do this is by being together and be united. And for that, Your Excellency, I can assure you that we are united and we want to do it.
I'm very happy to be here this evening and to join you at this send-off dinner for the national football team, the Black Stars, as they journey to Abidjan, capital of the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire, in search of football glory at the Africa Cup of Nations. And as they go, they and us should not forget their great former colleague, Christian Attu, who died tragically in the unfortunate earthquake in Turkey. May his soul continue to rest in perfect peace in the bosom of the Almighty until the last day of the resurrection, when we shall all meet again. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, football is the great passion of our people. Ghanaians are not just obsessed about our domestic league and the fortunes of our national teams, especially the senior team, the Black Stars, but they are also, thanks to DSTV and Star Times, avid followers and watchers of the great leagues of Europe, Asia, and the Americas. Much as the results of matches involving Asante Kotoko, Hearts of Oak, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Bayern Munich, Juventus, and recently West Ham, can be the sources of great anguish and unhappiness. Nothing matches the deep sense of disappointment that accompanies a bad game for the Black Stars. The reason is not far to understand. The Black Stars are an integral part of the legend of Ghana. The incomparable honor of being the first colonial nation in sub-Saharan Africa to rid itself of the colonial and imperialist yoke was underlined in the early years of independence by the superiority and dominance of the Black Stars in African football. 2 of the 4 continental titles of the Black Stars were won in 1963 and 1965, 6 and 8 years respectively after independence. Such was the luster of the Black Stars that the far-sighted first director of sports, the great Ohimija, after whom the national stadium is named, persuaded Real Madrid, at the height of its glory in the early 1960s, the immortal side of Alfredo Di Stefano, Ferenc Puskas, Francisco Gento, to come here to play the Black Stars at the Accra Sports Stadium. I was privileged as an 18-year-old boy to be in the stadium on that unforgettable day. Black Stars of Addo Damite, Ben Simmons, Agrifin, Wilberforce Fum, Edward Aqua, Mohamed Salisu, and the non-Pare Pabayara managed a very respectable 3-3 draw against that mightiest of European club nations. The last time the Black Stars brought the cup back home, the 4th occasion, was 1982, 40 years ago next year. The target over the next 4 weeks is to bring the cup home next year by winning AFCON 23 for the 5th time. We have to go a step further than the second places recorded in 1968, 1970, 1992, 2010, and 2015, and bring the 41-year drought to an end. The task might appear daunting, but it is possible. I watch many of you every weekend, thanks to digital satellite TV. Indeed, many Ghanaians also do the same. And we see you competing with the world's best players. For instance, it was insightful to note that Jordan Ayew of Crystal Palace is the most fouled player in the English Premier League. Cape Verde, Egypt, and Mozambique are teams we have beaten before, and I'm confident we will emerge out of the group. There will be no repeat of the events of AFCON 2022. So to Lawrence Atizugi, Richard Ofori, Jojo Wallacott, Alidu Seidu, Dennis Odoi, Kingsley Shingler, Gideon Mensah, Abdul Fatawu Hamidu, Daniel Amate, Nicholas Opoku, Alexander Jiku, Mohamed Salisu, Samed Salis, Baba Idrisu, Majid Ashimeru, Elisha Owusu, Richmond Lamptey, Mohamed Kudus, Andrew Ayew, Ransford Konisdorfer, Usman Bukari, Joseph Pencil, Jordan Ayew, Ernest Nyama, Inaki Williams, Antoine Semenyo, and Jonathan Soa. Know very well that you have the support of Ghanaians. Go all out and make us proud. Government, with the active support of the GFA, has made all the arrangements necessary to make this team succeed. To coach Chris Hutton, his assistants George Watting, Didi Dramani, Richard Kingston, and members of his technical team, I encourage you to be fearless and bold on match day. We are Ghanaians, the first nation south of the Sahara to be free of colonialism and imperialism. We always lead the way. We do not sit back and watch others. We have a skillful, determined squad. Let us not put brakes on them, and let us not park the bus. Unleash them, trust them, and I'm confident. Let me repeat it. Unleash them, trust them, and I'm confident that we will strike terror into the hearts of any team we face. Let us make the Black Star shine and shine again in Abidjan. I thank you for your attention.